This is a Tabernacle Tidbit, a bite-sized Tabernacle Talk of 5 minutes or less to help you get through your day when you only have a little bit of time. We hope this helps you to know Christ, grow in His Word, and show His love to others. Let's get started. Welcome back to Tabernacle Tidbits. Today we are in 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse number 17. And the Apostle Paul is writing to Timothy, and he is giving some specific instructions. And we learned yesterday in verse number 16, he says, avoid irreverent and empty speech, that is worthless, pointless talking. He says, since those who engage in it will produce even more godlessness, that there is speech that does not result in us loving God or loving people more, and that kind of speech should be avoided. We need to go around it. It says, since those who engage in it will produce even more godlessness, and then today in verse 17, and their teaching will spread like gangrene. Hymenaeus and Philetus are among them. So yesterday we talked about what it kind of looks like for irreverent and empty speech to exist, and we gave a couple of examples of how that might look in our lives personally, that kind of talk produces godlessness in us. But here today in verse 17, Paul highlights that these people aren't just people, if you will, in the pews, but that there are people, if you will, in pulpits that are also promoting this. You can also even see this in all teaching doesn't have to be formal. Here where it says their teaching will spread like gangrene, this does not have to just be teaching the entire church. It could be teaching one person, if you will, kind of an evil discipleship. This could also be within a small group. This could be within just a group of friends, those that not only don't lead others to love God and love people more, but that they teach both through modeling it themselves and encouraging others to participate in this kind of speech. And it says this kind of teaching, this kind of life is going to spread like gangrene. And gangrene, the definition here, this is like cancer of spreading ulcers. It's a disease involving severe inflammation, which if left unchecked can become a destructive ulcerous condition. And here's what Paul is warning Timothy about. He says, Timothy, there are going to be people that are wasting their time and everyone that listens to them. They're going to waste their existence away through not obeying and loving and following God and loving people and leading people into relationship with God, but they're going to be focused on all the wrong things. They're going to be leading people to wickedness, disobedience, unbelief, hatred of others, showing favoritism, all of those types of things that we see across the letters that Paul and James and Peter and John wrote. These people are going to exist, and he warns Timothy, this is going to spread like gangrene if you do not take a hold of it. And what I love about this is it does not have to be just a pastor that puts a stop to this. Though certainly as a pastor, that's something that we can put a stop to and that we can encourage people. Hey, I understand that you have this frustration. Let's go to that person. Have you talked to them? Have you been praying for them? Have you considered this or this? That we can motivate people to love God and love people. But you can do that today, whether you are a pastor, a lay person, an 80-year-old or an 8-year-old. You have the power through the Holy Spirit of God within you to help other people focus on what is good and to build up love in others and obedience to God. And we can either teach, disciple people through what we do and what we, if you will, indulge and ask from other people. We teach people what they should be and how they should act through how we talk and we act. Let us be those that, if you will, spread the gospel like gangrene, that it's a fast growing thing, that godliness and love is pouring from the Father through us to others, instead of this irreverent, empty, godless speech.